Welcome to our highlights package of the second weekend of the Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series for 2019, being played here at the home of wheelchair basketball. And of course, I'm talking about the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre, Bez Valley on the east side of Johannesburg. It was a tentative start from some of the sides in the series, but then there were, as always, some surprise results and some of the lesser fancied sides showing that they want to be in contention in the 2019 Supersport Basketball Series. Well, in most cases, business as usual, but the most surprising result there, a fantastic performance by the Diesel Electric Services Eagles, 62-38 over the highly fancied Kaloskar Lions. After that resounding win, then it's the Eagles who find themselves at the top of the log, the Lions in a very close second position. But look at the bottom, it's the Wolverines, the highly fancied side from last year, trailing with a lot of work to do. Three mouth-watering fixtures for the day, and probably the most interesting will be to see how the Wolverines perform against the Mongoose. First up though, it is the Diesel Electric Services Eagles up against the Suns. The Diesel Electric Services Eagles had come off a fantastic win against the form team, the Kaloskar Lions, and they were looked to carry on their winning ways, and indeed it was Freddie Ganyapfu. What a game Ganyapfu was to have. Coach clearly happy, and the form that Ganyapfu had been showing was going to carry him through for 16 points in the game. The Suns certainly stayed in the game, and Lunga Weksu, excellent shot from the top of the key, but it was that man Ganyapfu with very good assist from KB in corner. Ganyapfu just seeing a little gap, scooting in through and literally on the whistle, taking those 2 points. Happy as Larry, and why not? This time it was the turn of Jack Mahotsi to link up with the form man, Freddie Ganyapfu, this time shooting from the other side of the court, and Ganyapfu every reason to be happy with that. It was then the turn of Jack Mahotsi coming down the centre of the court with an excellent feed from Marcus Retief. 2 points, and at this point in time, the Eagles looked absolutely unstoppable. Mahotsi coming down the side of the court, then returned the favour, fed off to Marcus Retief, and Marcus Retief taking an excellent basket off the glass, taking his time and making sure of the 2 points. The Suns continue to try and be in the game. Great basket from the side from Telani Sepoyo. Sepoyo certainly happy with that shot and have every reason to be. And then it was the turn of Ayabonga Jim. Jim just pivoting, top of the key, taking his time, and 2 points the good for the Suns. The big guns for the Eagles had done most of the work, and they were able to start spreading the ball. And again, Jack Mahotsi seeing a little gap on the right-hand side of the court and feeding it off to number 15, Simpiwe Mtambo, and he was very happy to get his name on the score sheet. Good body language from the Eagles, showing that it was a very good day at the office thus far. Ayabonga Jim was to take an excellent pass and took his time, counted that proverbial 1,000, 2,000 with a great layup off the glass. Ayabonga Jim having a very, very steady season, probably one of the key players for the Suns, and showing just how that underhand hook really should work. Alan Matatatsi too for the Eagles had a great game thus far. He had taken 16 points, and an excellent pass from Daniel Nyoke sealed the perfect shot from the side, and that led the Eagles to a fantastic 70 points to 37. Bonus point, good day at the office for the Eagles. The second match was between the Wolverines and the highly motivated Mongoose. The Mongoose clearly had been working on a game plan. Here's Kevin Smith with the team sheets.
The lineup for the Wolverines today, unfortunately, they will not have the services of Darnie Smith. Last week he picked up a technical foul and an unsportsmanlike foul. It's an automatic two-match suspension. But they will be having the first five today: Tucker Beckett, Wama Chemla, Jakob van Niekerk, and Gama and Change. And the Mongoose today They'll be captained by William Ruba, always a good steady player for them, and the main game player. Their first five will be Sean Hartnick, Ruba, Kumalo, Ramon and Madingi.
And your match officials for this encounter, brought to you courtesy of the Sasol Technical Excellence Program. In the middle, it is the lady Hayley Bokhalani. On the left of screen, Charles Manetti, and on the right, it's Waylon Fikadu. With me in commentary, as always, Kevin Smith. It's the tip-off here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre. Big clash between the Wolverines and the Mongoose. The Wolverines left to right on your screen in the white, and the Mongoose playing right to left in the purple. And the Mongoose immediately picking up very, very good defence. William Ruba, left-hand side of the court. Opportunity to open the scoring for the Mongoose, and that'll do them the world of good. Just shooting a little bit too hard. Ball rebounding, but a good start. Underhand shot from Jaco van Niekerk, not paying any dividends. And this is William Ruba, captain for the day for the Mongoose. And Ruba making it look very easy. That's a very confident layup from Ruba. Kevin, very early days in this game. On paper, we always talk about the paper and what happens on the court.
Yeah, certainly, Andy, and the Mongoose has certainly started off well, and Ruba organising his troops well, but I think that the Mongoose actually might have the upper hand over the Wolverines. They haven't been playing the best games lately, or the beginning of the series have the Wolverines, but let's see what happens.
And the Mongoose will really want to just stay in this game. They will want to consolidate in this first quarter. Here's the very experienced Sean Hartnick moving it across to William Ruba. Ruba's got big responsibility. He is the captain. And if William Ruba can keep that sort of performance up 2 from 2, it's a great start for the Mongoose.
Yeah, the Mongoose employing a man-to-man defence here, so it's and they've actually stolen the ball, so possession to the Mongoose. Easy layup for Ramon, and he makes no mistake.
And this player, Ramon, is ever impressive. Tucker Beckett trying to offload. Does find the man in the middle of the court, pushes it out, and this is Tabane Shange. Very strong layup. Makes up on the second attempt. Did bobble around, but he'll be quite happy with it. And 4 minutes into the game. But it's the Mongoose who've come away again.
Somebody who's impressing on the Mongoose side is Kumalo, number 10. He's taken a lot of steals so far and done a few intercepts.
Very well taken basket.
And that's the man I was talking about, Kumalo.
Paswana gets it out. Ball has been pushed to the left-hand side to Wham Mashemla, number 6. And again, Paswana. Good interplay. And a very good basket from the Wolverines. Excellent movement of the ball.
Yeah, well worked basket there. Finished off by Tucker Beckett.
And the shot's gone up from the Mongoose. It was a fairly wild attempt. It was something that had to happen. And unfortunately, no change.
I think Kamala was trying to draw a foul with a hook shot, but didn't happen.
Tabane Shange.
That was a real clumsy foul there from Sean Hartnick.
He's worth his weight, as they say, in gold.
And Mongoose now have collective fouls for this quarter. So that's why these 2 free shots are happening.
So at the very least, the Mongoose have every hope now of going into the end of the first quarter on level terms. Mongoose, who really need to just take that 1,000, 2,000, think about it before you just put the shot up, because they've missed just too many simple baskets. Tabane Shange, he's being watched very carefully though. And it is in fact van Niekerk who sees Tucker Beckett missing, and van Niekerk able to make good. So new leaders, both teams missing just too many baskets, shooting at around about 30%, and they're going to need to up that. First basket of the quarter scored by the Mongoose. So maybe the whiteboard did work on that occasion, Kevin?
Yeah, maybe it did. I did see the gap created there as Coach Moapeng wanted.
And there's the ever-working number 10 for the Mongoose, just holding out the Wolverines. And the Wolverines missing another very simple basket by their standards. And this is Jaco van Niekerk. Has he got support? Yes, he has. Andre Fritz on the court, and bingo, 2 points. Van Niekerk to Fritz. Fritz back to Van Niekerk. But they're bunching. The Wolverines are bunching, and that bunching is being created as a result of very, very good defense. But Paswana, he made no mistake on that shot.
Yeah, excellent pass there from Van Niekerk.
Yeah, it's the tough aspect of the Mongoose game at the moment is just too many shots being missed because they're doing all the hard work. Player is down.
Yeah, it's Tabani Changi.
First free shot is good for the Mongoose, and Kamalo really working very hard at his game. Certainly deserved it. Can he do the second? Unfortunately not, but Tabani Shange has picked up the rebound for the Wolverines. Lots of crowding.
Yeah, they're using the middle channel only. So that's 8 seconds, so great defense there from the Mongoose.
But Kevin, what's happening with the Mongoose, the excellent defense, is when the Wolverines on offense do get the opportunity to shoot, a lot of it is pressurized shooting because they found their way to the basket. They've taken so long to get there, and the shot's got to go up.
Yeah, certainly, Andy. It's a nice run from the Wolverines. Just a tackle on Van Niekerk. So it'll be 2 free shots and possession from the halfway line for the Wolverines.
Van Niekerk clearly not happy with that first attempt. Needs to make an adjustment. Big adjustment. That's how you do it. And as you quite rightly say, unsportsmanlike, so they'll now take the possession.
I just think some of the Mongoose passes, although they do all the hard work in the chairs, and then they feed this bullet pass through, which is not necessary.
Tabani Shange from the top of the key takes the 2 points. Those 2 points are going to count. There has been a foul called as well. So after that timeout, it's free shots to be taken by the Wolverines. Tabani Shange to try and push them yet further ahead. They lead now by 5, biggest difference we've had in the game, and they now lead by 6. He's got his sights set and seems to have got rid of all the problems that he was having with those free shots. It is the Wolverines. Bit of a static attack at the moment. Ruba, top of the key, keeping them in the game. William Ruba.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't been using Ruba more often. He's been passing the ball off a couple of times.
This time Van Niekerk has got Monometsi. Ruba. Well, they'll take those points.
Yeah, it's Monometsi.
And there's Joy on the bench.
Yeah, he had to put the shot up because of the seconds were ticking away.
Talking about seconds ticking away, just on 3 minutes left in this first half. Here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre, where you're watching the Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series for 2019. That's 2 quick baskets by the Mongoose, and that's drawn them level. Importantly, even Stevens on 17 apiece. An untakeable pass. This should be 2 points. Is 2 points. And the Mongoose back in the lead.
Yeah, Kamala got it this time.
And the observation there was it was from the other side of the basket. He's been missing from the right-hand side. Took one from the left, and bingo. Tabane Shange. drawing level again with the Mongoose. 19 apiece, just on 2 minutes left, and Tabani Shange having a little bit of a frustrating game. The body language isn't up. He's not his normal smiley self. Sometimes it does take time just to settle in with the new team, but this is William Ruber pushing it again across the side of the court, and that is how you take a long shot. That was well set up, and Monometsi, and this is even more important, that they're able to take the rebound and move straight back down to the opposition basket. Mongoose, two very quick baskets, giving them a 4-point advantage with just on a minute, 3/4 of a minute left.
Yeah, nice positive shots from Madengi.
Tucker Beckett taking a very good pass, not able to put it down though, and this is perhaps where the Mongoose need to just take a quick glimpse up, wind that clock down, try not to give the opportunities back to the Wolverines to score more, and at least make sure that those two count, and they do.
So the Wolverines picking up a few nice baskets just at the end of that half. Look at the 2-pointers, which is the business end of the game. 8 out of 24 attempts from the Wolverines, 12 out of 32 for the Mongoose. Both sides very low shooting average, not good enough.
Gama to Van Niekerk. Van Niekerk taking a big tumble. And when guys like Van Niekerk fall, it is a big tumble.
Yeah, big overlap here for the...
well, take that, sports lovers, and it's that Ramon, number 11 again for the Wolverines. Another one of those little very awkward looking shots. He uses both hands on the ball off the lap, spins it off the backboard, but certainly no fluke. It's a shot that he's obviously worked at. And here is a big overlap for Tucker Beckett. One of the few overlaps we've seen for the Wolverines, and Tucker Beckett was never going to miss that. Ramon clipped.
Yeah, tripped up by his own man.
So Van Niekerk virtually basket at his mercy.
Yeah, basket good and a foul committed, so he'll probably have a shot.
So looking at some of the youngsters on the court, Kevin, it augurs well for the future, because some of the youngsters are doing the damage, as is this man in particular.
Yeah, Kamalo is also an under-21 player, so as is Ramon. That's for the Mongoose.
Ramon with an excellent steal, good control. Look at that little flick back. How about that? Wow.
Yeah, he saw he was running out of court, so great action, and another basket for the Mongoose.
And Ruber's just able to take all the space. My first thoughts there were that Ruber should have taken the shot, but as it turned out, he had good support. Good pickup. And the Mongoose getting rid of it very quickly, getting it over the line, so there's no pressure there. William Ruber, left-hand side of the court. He's got a very good block offered by Ramon. And Jaco van Niekerk doing all that he can, but you can't prevent that sort of stuff. And this man has arrived, Bofelo Ramon. And the Wolverines trying to open up the account early in the final quarter, just as they did in the third. It didn't happen that time, but here is a fast break for the Wolverines, and could this be the turning point? Tabani Shange, you would put your money that he'll take the two, and he does. Tabani Shange, well, there's a chance, and he does take the two. So if Shange can get into his normal rhythm, he can be a big threat. So he's probably the one that the Mongoose are going to have to try and counter. Well, that pass just found it, and all the confidence in the world on the shot from Odingo Madingi, number 12. Down in the final quarter, the coach, the players, everybody would be aware of that. And one of the things that the Mongoose need to do is hold on to the possession and put the quality shots up. Look for the percentage shots, and there's 2 free shots coming. Fulani Khumalo to take the 2.
Yeah, he had presented the ball for the shot, so that foul immediately gives him 2 free shots. Much better
Perfect.
second shot.
Yeah, absolutely perfect. But the key there, Kevin, was he adjusted, realized on the first, and made the adjustment for the second. Bingo. The Mongoose will just keep glimpsing up at that clock, waiting as the seconds tick away. They've got a healthy lead. They'll need to hold on to that. They'd like to try and build on it. And build on it they do.
Yeah, Khumalo, the man of the moment again.
Sifiso Gama. And 2 very valuable points from the big number 12, Tabani Change. Well, the baskets are starting to drop, and couldn't be sooner for the Wolverines. They've pulled the deficit back just a little. Not too far away. Good shooting action. Just needs an adjustment. Virtually an identical shot, but a good rebound taken off the wrist, and bingo.
The man Khumalo, between Khumalo and Ramon, they've been really putting the Mongoose ahead.
Here comes Ramon. Just flicks it over to William Ruba. Between Ruba, Ramon, and Khumalo, what an outstanding performance we've seen from the Mongoose. Well, hands were all up in the air. They're claiming it a foul. If there seemed to be a little bit of contact and a lot of bustling going on. There are so many contenders for the most valuable player.
The Wolverines just holding the Mongoose to their 24 seconds before they put a shot up for the second time in this quarter. So the Wolverines picking up their defense.
This would have been one of the big upsets if it continues to go the way that it's going, but all is not called as yet because the Wolverines are still very much in this game. Tabane Change, and he's saying, you know what, we can do this. And there is the most valuable player. Great vision, great pass. Needed to be 2 points and wasn't 2 points.
Yeah, foul committed though, so it'll be 2 free shots.
A little scrappy at the moment, and what a game this youngster has had. First of 2 points taken. And very calm, and this man must have been right there as well, in contention. What a great performance we've seen from Fulani Khumalo.
Yeah, and a bit of a mess made there by the Wolverines.
Tabani Change getting it out to Tucker Beckett. Tucker Beckett does take 2 points. Getting a little tight now for the Mongoose.
The Wolverines actually the Mongoose just need to wind down the time now.
And one would think that the coach, very experienced Shadrach Malpeng, great player in his day, Surely he would recognize that. Sean Hartnick back on the court. William Ruba. And that'll be a foul on Sifiso Gama. The body language of the Wolverines not great. Chins have dropped, shoulders have dropped. And this would be one of the big upsets thus far in the 2019 Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series. Coming to you from the home of basketball in South Africa, and of course the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre. Coach will be very happy. Look forward to chatting to him after the game.
Yeah, Wolverines moving too soon, so another shot will be taken.
So the Wolverines just making all the mistakes at the moment, basic mistakes. And that's what happens when you make those mistakes.
The Wolverines being defeated by the Mongoose, and the Mongoose winning deservedly so. The 2-pointers, 40% to the Wolverines and 39% to the Mongoose, but they put up a lot more, and also a lot of turnovers by the Wolverines. Not much under the basket for either team. The Mongoose doing better, 5 out of 16 under the basket, but most of the shots from both sides coming outside the paint. And the game leaders, Change for the Wolverines, scoring 22 of their points. Van Niekerk doing a lot of the work off the ball. And for the Mongoose, it was Kamalo, but Ramon really the man of the match.
Who says it's the height and the size that really counts in basketball? We've just been proved completely wrong today. Whoever had that theory, your man of the match, undoubted, undisputed, Bafelo Ramona. Congratulations, Bafelo. Firstly, how old are you?
I'm 17 years old.
17 years old, and you played today as if you were a veteran, unafraid of the big guys. Tell us about your game today.
Yeah, this game is just very hard, and I'm scared because they are too old only. It's only me who's young in this team, but I'm very excited today.
Congratulations. It was a fantastic performance, and in this bag there's some goodies from Supersport. You enjoy them, you deserve them.
Thank you very much.
Without a doubt, the biggest surprise thus far in the 2019 Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series. What a win for the Mongoose, and where to here from the Wolverines. They've got a lot of work to do, certainly licking their wounds. Before we get into the final match of the day, let's go to Alan Matatatsi to show you some of the shooting skills. And of course, shooting, as in any basketball, is the most important aspect of the game.
Hello, I'm Alan Mtatase, one of South African wheelchair basketball national coaches. We're going to talk about shooting techniques. There are different types of shootings for the different types of classes. With the low classifications, they will first need to establish their range in order for them to take the shot. While as for the higher classifications, they will establish themselves into the paint to take the shot, or in the case where they miss the shot, for them to be able to collect their own rebound. The technique we use in wheelchair basketball to release the ball on a shot, for the low class classification, the ball will start like from the left upwards. And normally on a layup situation, we will attack the key from a 45-degree angle. On receipt of a ball, the shooter will make sure that the seams of the line are parallel in his hands. He will then make sure that his knees and elbow are in parallel to each other before he's going to release the shot. And as he releases the shot, his shooting point will be normally above his eyebrow. He will then make sure that his knee and his elbow are in a straight line with each other. He will move in a straight position, focusing on his shooting point, releasing his shot, and follow through. I have explained the right technique of shooting, whereas though some low pointers will shoot underarm because of the weaker upper body strength. That is what you will see in the Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series.
As legendary golfer Gary Player once said, the more I practice, the luckier I get, and that certainly is the case in the shooting aspect of wheelchair basketball. Now it's time for the Kolosko Lions, and they're up against the eThekwini Spears.
Any lineup for the Spears today? Quite a strong lineup, but I don't think they'll compete with the Lions. But two national players there in Shalembe and Shabane. A very powerful Lions side. Looking today at they're carrying 4 national players. That's Zonke, Moletti, Williams, and Cecil Dumont, who is the captain.
The match officials for the day, and they're brought to you courtesy of the Sasol Technical Excellence Program, left to right. It's Andrew Skuman, Zopila Motembu, and Adam Maroke. With me in commentary, as always, Kevin Smith. Game on here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre in the white and blue, and in possession right to left are the Kolosko Lions. Tandile Zonke going for that first shot, but the ball's come back, and it's a first basket in the opening couple of seconds, and courtesy of Cecil Dumont. Dlamini, number 9, he's the captain for the eThekwini Spears today, and they're playing in the light blue, and they'll be playing left to right, but at the moment it's all about the Lions. Two very quick baskets. Let's start this game in a flash and a blur. Mazinsana, Tandile Zonke, well, he's being buffeted about, but no foul called correctly.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't lose his cool as he has been done.
You saw the signs, Kevin. When the head starts to shake and the eyes start to narrow, watch out. Good rebound taken, and this should clear the road for Tandile Zonke, and easy as you like. That's the sign of a class player. There's some players, when they try that, you get nervous. It's a hit and miss. When he tries it, you know that generally it's something that he's worked on. And the Spears open their account, courtesy of the captain, Dlamini. Here come the Spears. Easy as you like. That is how you take 2 points from the set shot from the side. In the previous outing, the Spears just didn't really have a game plan, but they seem to have one at the moment. And the game plan is all raining in from the left-hand side of the court. Another 2 points, and they've drawn level. The Spears need to make hay while the sun shines. They need to get out there, realize that there's a man free on the left-hand side, and it's another 2 points. So 3 points, 3 baskets on the trot from Sibonelo Mazabuko.
Yeah, and he is fouled in the process, so 1 free shot to come.
Wow. They need to just keep feeding him the ball, clearly. It's the Spears who now lead the Lions. Sipa Mandla-Gumbi, well, he's upbeat at the moment, looks at the scoreboard and says, hey, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, we're leading. Who would have believed that? Tandile Zonke not able to do it, but Williams does come in, cleans up, takes it off the glass. 2 points. Good support for the Kolosko Lions. What a difference the sponsor makes. Great ball control from Sipa Mandla-Gumbi.
Yeah, basket counts and 1 free shot.
Very well executed, Sipa Mandla-Gumbi, under lots of pressure, but just showing the class And that's how you take free shots. Three-shot attempt, three-point attempt taken by Gumbi, but just shooting a little far. They're wonderful when they drop the three-pointers because they just give you that little bit of injection on the scoreboard. Here's Williams. And we're seeing the Lions just being a little bit rattled. Well, this time he did shoot it short, it bobbled to the back, and he'll take the points however they come. Shane Williams for the second. Tandile Zonke with doing some excellent work under the basket and maximizing on those 2 points.
Spears just racking up the fouls. This time it was Nkosazana. Shane Williams, the man who was fouled, so he's got to take the shots. First one good.
And that draws them level. That's important. A minute to go in the first quarter here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre. Can he steal the lead now? Shane Williams. Yes, he can. So finally the sights have been adjusted, 2 from 2, and that probably augurs well for the rest of Williams's game. Not to mention the Lions. Tandile Zonke picking up a loose ball. New leaders. Normal business has been resumed. Don't adjust your sets.
Yeah, full court press being employed by the Lions. An easy steal there for Tandile Zonke.
And that is Zonke at his absolute best. Should have been, did all the work, should have been, wasn't. Gumbi doing well. Here's a definite overlap. The Loscar Lions really not at their best at the moment. They're being harassed. And there again we see Tandile Zonke being boxed in, being forced to shoot in the most difficult of circumstances. Wow. Cecil Demont, more importantly Lydia Demont, will wonder just what happened there. That's a husband and wife combination. I'm not sure if I'd like to be in that household tonight after that miss, but anyway, let's not worry about it. Tandile Zonke this time surely 2 points.
Yeah, no pressure on him with that shot, so if he'd missed that, then I think he needed to go home.
So the gap has come back down to 1 again. Oh, what a great layoff by Supermandla Gumbi. Deserved to be 2 points. Fantastic play. Great vision from the leader. Mazibuko there to just finish it off, but the basket was made by very, very quick thinking from Supermandla Gumbi. And there's the response.
Yeah, the whistle had gone. A foul had committed, so that basket doesn't count.
Well, it's very unfortunate because it was a well-worked basket, but as you said, the whistle is the controlling factor. We'll see another attempt at a response from Shane Williams, and it's just as good.
Yeah, same outcome.
1 point the difference. Good steal from Tandile Zonke, but he read that it was almost a natural thing for him to be in that place at that time. And here's one of the perhaps shots that we expected to see. It didn't quite come off. Caught his chair on the side of Supermandla Gumbi. Just not all going Zonke's way at the moment. 9 times out of 10 that would have dropped. Second one, can he fix it? Yes, he can. And once again, it's all even. Getting to the business end of the second quarter here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre. It is still locked at 26 apiece, and the Kaloskar Lions have just taken over the lead. Dumont, great little flick back to Tandile Zonke. Dlamini just literally grabbing Zonke by the arm, and that'll be 2 shots to come. Tandile Zonke showing little emotion, very focused, And he won't be happy with that. He's not a happy chap at the moment, is Tandile Zonke. Just needs to maybe relax. That was always going to be a suicide pass. It was well read. And Daniel Mpaki with the attempt.
Yeah, and fouled in the process by Siphelele Dlamini.
eThekwini Spears just a little too keen to try and snatch the ball in very difficult circumstances. There was no need there because Mpaki had actually gone virtually under the backboard, so the chances of him doing anything were remote, but he has now done something and he's taken the first of 2 free shots.
Siphelele Dlamini now on 4 fouls. That's
And
number 15 in shot there in the Spears blue.
Well, the Spears will know that if they're going to stay in this game, they need to try and capitalize on these last 50 seconds in this first half. They need to try and get through this very strong defense that's now being thrown at them by the Kulaskar Lions. And that was a bad pass from Dlamini. A very bad pass. It is be costly because there's an overlap. 2 points, easy as you like.
Yeah, Rakatsing Moletti.
Siphamandla Lagumbi has worked very hard in this first half just to give it away again. Another very simple interception. Shane Williams, another 2.
So the Lions prevailing over the Spears so far. The 2-pointers, 33% average from the Lions. They'll be very disappointed with that. And 48%, not a bad average for the Spears, but need to put up more.
A very well taken 2 points for the Spears. Well worked, no panic, and Shalembe just finishing off a slick move. Great steal from Lela Tetse, just in the right place at the right time. And there's 2 points, well worked basket from the Lions, so they get ever closer to the 65. Well, there was just no ways that the Spears were going to hold on to that, and here is Tandile Zonke with an easy as you like basket, and that gets them to 65 points adrift. They got 5.5 minutes to try and find those 5 points for the bonus points, so that should be a formality, particularly the way that the eThekwini Spears have imploded, and there is Tandile Zonke doing the work again.
Yeah, and getting fouled.
Zonke teeing himself up for the shot, but it was quite clear what he was going to do there. And a very, very well worked basket. Shane Williams read it. It was obviously a maneuver they'd worked on. And Shane Williams, there he is. He is, in fact, your MVP, your most valuable player, the man of the match. Tough one between him and his counterpart there, Tandile Zonke, but
As well
certainly
as Rakatsing Moletti.
Moletti's also had an outstanding performance. Tandile Zonke, he won't mind. He's probably not got enough space on his mantelpiece from all of the Man of the Match awards he's had over the years. The Spears did come at them in that first half. Very impressive performance, and then it all just seemed to fall apart.
Yeah, we were concerned about Tandile Zonke losing his cool.
We
It
were indeed.
Seems that the Spears were the team that did that, having 2 players sent out of the stadium.
Well, the Spears have got over the magical 41. It's another hurdle, another yardstick. And there is the bonus point. So job done. Kolosko Lions.
Held to the 8 seconds. I think we got to get the ball out of the half. And I think he was, Coach Matetra wasn't happy because none of his players actually got over the halfway line to receive the ball. But that's because of the Lions' really serious defence.
So the Kolosko Lions almost being let to shoot at will now. They've settled down and they at least got some kind of a rhythm going now. And it's the combination between Shane Williams, who is your man of the match, Tandile Zonke, Rachetse Molete, and there's Cecil Dumont, just for good measure. What a steady game he's had as well.
I think James Matetra will be very disappointed with the outcome today.
He will be disappointed purely from the point of view that they were doing so well in the first quarter. And as I say, it was only in the last 2 minutes of the first half when the Lions really stamped their authority, and there was still time to consolidate at the break. But the Kolosko Lions did not allow that to happen.
Yeah, I think maybe the pressure just became a bit too much for the Spears.
Well, they'd looked at all that the player had really good intent, but unfortunately it all came to naught. 1.5 minutes left. Now we can afford to be flashy, try those shots. Moleti with a big grin. What a player he's been today. 8 from 13. And yet look at this, man-on-man now from the Lions. And long shots being forced from the Spears. But may they have the last laugh on that particular move, because there was a fast break available. It was a bit of a gamble. The Spears are left with all the hard work to do yet again. And will we see the same maneuver? Yes, we will. It's another fast break. And that's what happens when you're all sucked into the zone and into the defense. It's just as simple as that. Man on man, and it's a fast break. And the eThekwini Spears will just be waiting, just be wanting, willing the final hooter to go because they've had enough. Will there be time for a long shot? There is time for a long shot. Bingo!
Three-pointer.
Three-pointer on the buzzer. Doesn't end any better than that.
So real dominant performance by the Lions. And you see the 2-pointers. 33 out of 74 from the Lions. 45% they increased their average, but still won't be happy with that. The 19 out of 43, giving them a 44% average for the Spears on the 2-pointers. Fouls quite high from the Spears, 23. And 14 for the Lions, and the turnover was a big problem for the Spears at 20. And the Spears, of course, not really doing too much under the basket because the Lions' defense was too strong. The Lions, on the other hand, picked up their point average under the basket, 12 out of 32, 38% there. All the rest coming out of the blue paint, except for the last shot of the Lions, which was a 3-pointer, would have been out in the grey area there. The game leaders for the Spears, Mazibuko scoring the points for them, Sifman Lagumbi doing all the work on the assists and the steal side, but really a big struggle for the Spears. Shane Williams, the man of the match, is the highest point scorer for the Lions, and Tandile Zonke doing all the support work there.
So in a very tough and sometimes disjointed game, the cream had to rise to the top, and the cream came certainly in the form of your man of the match today, Shane Williams. Shane, a fantastic performance, a very, very tough encounter, very physical at times. Tell us about it.
Thank you, Andy. First of all, I'd like to thank the sponsor for coming on board, Kolosko, for helping us moving forward in the future. The game was a bit tough in the first half. We were a bit rusty at the first, but we managed to pull it together in the second half, which was great.
Well, you were your cool, calm and collected self. A good game in all aspects. Congratulations. MVP. Enjoy the goodies in the bag from Supersport. and keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, Andy. Appreciate it.
Great results on the day then from the Eagles and the Lions, but it's certainly the Mongoose who stole the show with a fantastic win over the Wolverines, 51-43. Little change at the top of the log. It's the Eagles and the Lions both locked on 7 points, but who would have thought that the Wolverines would be trailing so far behind at this early stage in the series? 2 points to their credit. Loads of special moments in the games, but the player of the day undoubtedly Daniel Mpaki for the Kalosko Lions. What a way to round off the day and what a way to round off the game. On the buzzer, a magnificent 3-point attempt. Will there be time for a long shot? There is time for a long shot. Bingo!
Three-pointer.
Three-pointer on the buzzer. Doesn't end any better than that. So just a reminder that the Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series continues here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre right up until the 26th of October. But if you can't get down here, join us for our next highlights package, and that'll come to you on the 6th of September. Until then, it's goodbye.